Good morning or good evening whenever you see this. If you're new here, my name is Aina. So we're going to dive straight in and see what your message is today. Okay. I work intuitively with my guides, so I usually don't know anything about the topics before I begin. I need to mention, right before I started recording, as I sat down, I felt this sudden energy of rage. So I don't know if you have been very angry, very annoyed, very triggered, and if you haven't prepared to be triggered. So yeah, needed to say that before we move in. Let's see now. Let's see. Your message today. Something you need to hear at the moment. So yeah. Okay. I feel peace coming over me, which is really good. And part of your message also. There. This is a very cute deck. Okay. Let's start here. Goblins. Yeah. Goblins are... This can be discord. It can be within you, like gremlins, like inner gremlins. Looking at the triggers. I'm going to read from the book for this one. It's also number 5. Number 5 has to do with change and often changes with tension. So I'm going to read from the book. I brought it with me in case I needed to read, because I don't know this deck so much. And yeah, so quickly, I'm going to read the reversed part first, is what I get. And then I'm going to read the upright at the end. So what it says is, fear is an illusion. Choose love. Forgive yourself and others. So it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you are particularly vulnerable to being manipulated or even just triggered. Don't take this world personally. When the goblins arrives reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally, set boundaries, and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer here. So yeah. Okay. Now I understand the anger. Number 32, another 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Wait for a solution. Relax and it shall appear. So know that the right answer, the right solution is going to come. Okay. Revisit number 66. 66 or 6 in general is a very harmonizing energy. Revisit. Things coming up to the surface. Old wounds, like was mentioned. Old patterns may arise, and this is when you see, if you see this about the time I release it, so July 2026. Mercury is in retrograde in Cancer, and that can bring up old patterns, old wounds, things you thought you were done with, patterns you thought you were done with. So just be aware. I'm going to read the message in for this card also. That's very short. See here. Here. Turn your focus toward your roots and home life. What dusty corners need some light shone upon them? This can be metaphorical also. Step up and face the issues you may have been sweeping under the rug. Okay, here it is. Find inspiration and strike a balance in the face of those lingering hardships. It's okay to lean on those around you. And while it's easier said than done, your angels, your guides, are gently encouraging you to turn your mind away from disaster thinking. Ask yourself, what's the best that could happen here? So you may have experienced some lack of harmony, strains, or neglected relationships. Worries about money might have been a case, being overcritical of yourself and others. Okay, so what you can expect forward is hope and healing. That's possible. Embrace greater compassion before you move forward. Deny negative thoughts any power over you. And there's a promise of happier times ahead. So I really like the energy here. So, okay, you are in a period of tension. I get, brace yourself. It is temporary. Okay, everything that comes up now comes for a reason. It's to be felt, to be accepted. If you need to rage, scream, but don't scream to other people, towards other people. Just allow yourself to just feel the anger, feel whatever triggers you, the feelings, the emotional states, the revisit of old patterns. Know that they are coming up for a short period of time, and then they're going to subside unless you start ruminating on them. So that's what's coming from my guides. Wow, this is wonderful. Magic carpets. It will only get better. The magic of the universe is delivering you to better horizons, and the view keeps improving. So that is good for you to know. It's also confirming that this is very temporary. It can just be for a few days. Okay, so yeah, I only do readings very near future at max, as max, because we are meant to be present. King of Wands, 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups. That's the revisit of the past. Emotional. I like, this was very likely to appear because these are patterns that you have been stuck with before. It has to do with old emotional patterns that are coming up, for you to feel them, for you to accept them, for you to understand them. And not understand them because of whatever you did, other people did before. This is understanding the feeling. What is the core pattern here? And what is the underlying need that you felt violated whenever these wounds or triggers started? Is it loneliness? Is it the feeling that something has been unfair? Is it someone tramping all over your boundaries? So look at which need this pattern is connected to. You need to understand something here. You need to understand the underlying need that were awoken in you, that was part of the experiences. And now they resurface for you to understand, because now you are more mature than whenever these patterns started. So you can choose to see it in a different angle, maybe even several angles. There are always different perspectives to see everything from. So, for instance, what's coming through is, for instance, an opinion. It's just one perspective, one angle to see something or someone from. An opinion is, therefore, a perspective is never the truth. It's just a personal truth, which is not always truth in a bigger sense. So that was meant to be said. Here is possibly a celebration of someone. We're going to add some cards and see what more we get with this. But the most important thing here is this part. That you understand the patterns. To kind of dig down to the root and come to the realization that whatever happened, where this pattern came from, these reaction patterns, maybe you can trace them back to parents or grandparents or other grown-ups around you when you grew up. This is about breaking it. That's what I get from my guides. Understanding. Understanding breaks patterns. So let's look at the King and the King of Wands. Whoops, okay. 2 cards I get here. Okay, that is a beautiful, this is something beautiful. Wow, yeah. So let's go to the emotions first. Let's see what we get. Yeah, shining a light on patterns, working through it. The 7 of Pentacles is, you don't have to rush this. Take your time, because if you do, you release the pattern. Pentacles energy is earth energy, and that is the slowest energy in the tarot deck. So you have been working through this pattern before, is what's coming through. And now it comes up to be fully understood and released. And in the Sun card comes that the illumination, the spotlight on this pattern and the underlying cause of it. That has nothing to do with anyone else. Just this need. What is the underlying need here? When you understand that, you free yourself. I feel a sense of relief when I talk about it. So it's like once and for all, you understand it and you let go. So the 8 of Swords. That's, yeah, you're growing. This is growth. When you understand the patterns that you have been stuck with, mental and emotional, they are always connected. When we ruminate on feelings, it sticks. And that's the thing that we need to understand. So let's say someone makes you angry, and then the feeling comes and you think, I'm so angry. Oh, this person is so-and-so, you know, idiot, whatever. Then the feeling and the thought feed each other, and that's the rumination. And when it sticks, we keep reacting to the same situations, the same people maybe, the same whatever this is, again and again, year after year after year. The illumination brings a lot of emotional maturity and deep understanding and wisdom. And that grounds you. And it's going to bring you more. This is a long-term success card. It's going to bring you back to earth. Like solid ground beneath your feet. So whenever what used to trigger you, whenever that comes up in the future, you're not going to react like you did. And that is freedom. That is true freedom for us humans. When we are able to shift and let go. That's rebirth. Okay. The magic of the universe is delivering you to better horizons, and the view keeps improving because of the work you do here. Okay. Here, there is beautiful giving or receiving. Either you get a present or you give a present that is being really appreciated. This is something tangible. It can be money, it can be any material thing, something that you really want. Might be someone that surprises you with this. That's the feeling I have. It's a surprise. And it's a beautiful one. Okay. Here, this is a beautiful group energy. Might be a journey. If so, might be to a beach because of the Page of Cups. So for some, it can be summer holiday in the Northern Hemisphere. No matter what, it is to a place near water, regardless of when you see this. So if you see this during winter, it can be that you travel to a place near the water with a group of people. Might be a celebration of some sort. Okay. I'm going to draw a couple of cards from this deck as the final messages. But know that the solution is going to come. It's going to might come from the outside, or it can just be that you have this sudden revelation. I don't see the Tower card here, but there is this epiphany that I feel here with the Sun card. It's like, why haven't I been able to see this before? That type of relief and awe. Step beyond your comfort zone. Growth only happens outside your comfort zone. Embrace discomfort as a sign of progress. It's always growing pains when we work through and work ourselves out of patterns. Okay, it's normal. Release suppressed emotions. Let the feelings you buried rise without any shame. Cry, scream, breathe. Freedom begins where expression flows. Yeah. Let it out. Cry it out. Scream it out. Laugh it out. Sometimes laughter can also help us releasing stuck energy, or sometimes we laugh when we're angry. Some people laugh when they're angry. And it's freeing. Okay. It's kind of the tragic comedy feeling I get here. So that's for some of you. Shape your future. You are the creator of your own future. You're also the creator of your internal environment, your inner environment. That's what my guides are saying. And of course, it's right. Make choices that reflect your highest self. And highest self is who you would love to be. Because the image you have in your mind about who you want to be is your highest potential. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, my guys are saying now we're going to read the upright meaning of this card. For the ones who are really interested in this, working on yourself, to free yourself, and to understand what you need to do to get to where you want to go. So goblins are born when you are wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being, by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you are unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you are lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they are leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. I would say accept yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. That was a perfect ending to your message today. So there's a revisit of an old pattern coming up to be released. It will only get better. That's important. I'm going to leave you with this. It will only get better. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with working through your pattern. It's going to free you. And this is something we all need to do when we are on the spiritual path, like consciously. Holding on to resentments only holds us in prison, and we are our own prisoners. And the ones holding us hostage. So the work you're doing here is important. Okay. Thank you for your time and take care of you. Bye.